Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Lest We Forget World War II Museum in Lewisville, Texas. I'm George Cohn, the owner and curator of this collection of dusty old rags. Tonight I'm going to talk about German paratroopers, or as they say, Fallschirmjäger. I have a collection of German paratroopers which has taken me a long time to accumulate, and let's just talk about it. So this fella here, you'll notice that this uniform looks pretty crisp and it looks pretty new, and that's because it's basically an unissued piece. It still has the size tag on it here, sewn to it, which I just refuse to take off, even though it doesn't look right on it like that. But it's original to it, and I'm not going to change anything. It's part of my policy. So, tropical paratrooper in a German tropical Luftwaffe uniform. You can see with this what they call the paratrooper pant pocket here, which is unique to this. I guess they copied it from the British. Here's a fellow here that he's a paratrooper, but you can see he's been issued a German regular Air Force helmet. I guess he lost his paratrooper helmet. He's a sergeant with K98 bandoliers, Earth Kampfabzeichen, Earth Combat Badge, a wounded badge. He's carrying a P38 and a stick grenade. He's got a drum magazine for the MG34 and a spare barrel carrier. And this gentleman right here, which is not trip over anything, is a MG34 machine gunner. Mitch, there's actually a picture I'd like for you to show this. I kind of tried to copy it with this guy, of a German paratrooper at Salerno, in line, marching into combat. And the look on his face is like, what am I getting into? So this guy, if you can see, he has German tropical Luftwaffe boots on him, which are pretty rare to find. And he's got an MG34 there. Unfortunately, my 34 is real, but the receiver is a dummy, so it doesn't function. And here we have a later war German paratrooper in the herringbone tweed uniform, which is basically the same as the tropical uniforms, but it's in the green. And he's got an early war bandolier here. He's also an MG34 gunner. You can see he has a later war helmet that has the aluminum slotted bolts on it. And if we pop over here to this gentleman, here we have another German lieutenant paratrooper, tropical. He's carrying a PPK with him. He's got his mat case, his MG30 or MG40 ammunition pouch. You can see he has his khaki colored binoculars. He's wearing just his tropical shirt because you know what? It's hot in North Africa in southern Italy. So has his mat dispatch case here because he's an officer. My dad engaged these guys at Salerno and at Monte Cassino. I believe they were also at Velletri. They were very hardened troops. I knew several German paratroopers. I was, believe it or not, an honorary member of the Nuremberg Paratrooper Association. Ich war ein Ehrenmitglied der Nürnberg Fallschirmjägerverein. So I have some very nice German tropical paratrooper helmet here, and this one was found on the beach in Italy. I don't know by what beach, but it was brought home by a medic and given to the nephew who didn't want it. He told me to get that Nazi stuff out of his house. I was happy to take it from him. This is a nice one. This is reminiscent of those from North Africa. This came out of Australia, actually. So, and this one was found in a garage sale with this uniform. I talked to the GI that brought it home, and he told me that he had seen the German paratroopers go into the POW cages at the end of the war, and he was very impressed with them. And he said when he got to go into a German military clothing depot in Frankfurt, he said he sought out German paratrooper stuff. He brought home this helmet, a Luftwaffe cap in 43, this uniform, and another HVT one that had flat boards on it. He was an interesting fellow. I had a lot of good conversations with old veterans listening to their stories. He had already kind of lost it. He had worked for the FBI, and everything he talked about, he said, I've got a file on that. All right. So, the German paratroopers, they were the devils at Monte Cassino. My dad was at Monte Cassino. He told me he watched the American Air Force blow it off the face of the mountain. He talked about the German soldiers that were captured that had been involved in the bombardment. And he said they were so stunned, he said they were just shell-shocked beyond belief, and that the concussion had shaken them so that they had blood coming out of their ears and their nose. That's a pretty bad concussion.